Hello and welcome to Roll to One. I'm Jaden Arnold. We're playing some Monster of the Week in the 1920s. I'm 100% playing this game incorrectly, but it's really, really fun, and I hope you've been sticking along. So let's get right into the episode. Without further ado, get ready for tonight's episode of Whispers of Old Harbor. Catherine chatted, or more like negotiated, with Sinclair and learned that she is the heir to the Elwood estate, Grandpa's favorite girl. She also is going to inherit Harborview Fisheries Co., which is very important to Harrison Sinclair, and has willingly given her the option of negotiating a contract with him so that that can be resolved. He was willing to go halvesies even. So we'll see what that entails. 60-40. That's what he said. The other three went to Green's Grocery, the place that had an alleged speakeasy in the basement of the next building. They went in, discovered 4 members of the Lizard Tail Syndicate, and had a showdown. Narrowly surviving, they were dispatched. Now they investigate the aftermath. Should you want to, you may investigate a mystery.
Harry will do so after first doing a little bit of first aid to Charlie and himself because, you know, they were just shot.
Yep.
So,
Sammy's also not looking great because he's been beaten.
Yeah. So, I guess Harry will do first aid on all of us just using pieces of cloth and whatever else he can find from all the dead bodies around. Mm-hmm. Just making sure that
you go over to the bar in the corner. You just grab stuff.
Grab a rag.
You grab a rag. You take a swig. Then you put it on yourself. It burns, sizzles, whatever. You guys resolve it.
No. Shoot. Any familiar faces in the corpses?
I'm gonna go ahead. That's a good question. That's a good question. Let me actually answer that question. You would know people's faces. You start turning.
Yes.
But I mean, there's no roll for that. They're not in any danger should you fail.
I'm not upset, dude.
You want to know people?
Well, he wants to fail so he can get stuff.
No, don't have to roll. I get to know stuff.
So anyway, why don't you go ahead and roll investigate a mystery? Not you, but Harry, to kind of look around and see kind of stuff going on.
7.
Okay. You gain a question.
Yes.
So Sammy, you start turning. Just think about that. Think.
Yes.
Sammy, you're turning bodies over. You're looking, seeing people, and then you see. There he is, Mr. Calhoun. He's a kind of slim guy. He's got kind of sunken in cheeks now as you see him on his back as his body begins to settle awkwardly. His eyes are a steel blue, and his hair is kind of a soft red, like brown red kind of color. And then he's got like a chin beard. That's it. Otherwise, he's wearing a tan suit with a hat.
Who's that?
Isaiah Calhoun, you pissed him off a while ago. He's been trying to screw you over ever since.
Oh. Yeah, I know who that is.
Okay.
I was like, I know who that is. Who's that guy? I remember who that guy is. Great!
He's on the floor in the midst of the... He's not one of the gangsters, but he was one of the victims.
Okay.
All right. So my question here, which is the only question that makes sense to ask.
Yes, please.
What is being concealed here?
It's a good question. All right, so you're looking around the room.
Yes.
And you... First of all, by the way, all of you receive a significant sum of cash, should you want to.
I'm broke, sure.
All right, so you go into the pockets, you grab some jewelry. These people are breaking the law. Might as well break some rules as well. Take some money. So basically for the rest of the adventure, you're pretty much covered on money.
Let's go!
Is that not why we
Unless
have...
you go extravagant.
Isn't that why we have Catherine?
I guess.
Not anymore.
Well, you don't know I own the fishery, though.
No, but you're Miss Rich Lady.
No, my father and grandmother were.
Yeah,
Oh, fine.
Your
Yeah.
grandma's Mrs. Rich Lady.
So she's not in the room.
That's true. This is
No, I...
So
Yeah.
you again look around the room some more, and you try to figure out kind of, is there anything hiding? So you go around. Yeah, you find some, secret hatches with some alcohol hidden in the walls. You find some briefcases full of money. You find this is where the dirty deals went on.
Yeah.
So you find a lot of things concealed here, but specifically you're looking for things that these guys kill for.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I don't know. Do I want to give you that?
I think you do.
Let me. All right.
If I help him out, will you give it to him?
Well, you rolled. He's getting to know what is
Yeah.
concealed here. He just gets to know.
Yeah.
So you see some other people here have notes on their person. The majority of this room is in Sinclair's pocket. You go over, you start looking at bodies. You also find 2 or 3 police officers
Ooh.
in the midst of this space.
Ooh.
Now, you wouldn't know they are police officers unless you just recognize their face, or
They're not carrying their badges.
no.
Okay.
But with your what is being concealed here, the answer is identity.
Okay. So, just to summarize, 2 to 3 cops. Many of the people were in Sinclair's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I will say you feel like there should have been something more here, but there was just too much concealed for you to get a clear picture.
Okay.
There's too many things bouncing around in your head for you to be like, is this the most important thing in this room? Ah.
Right. A lot of possibilities have opened up, but a few definites.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that, can that be expanded upon me me looking at the 4 bodies of the gangsters and seeing what I can find on their bodies?
I'll just tell you, you find on those guys some handwritten phone numbers.
Okay.
You're likely thinking that it's, people in charge of them. Might be interesting.
Yeah.
And then you find some flasks, and you find, some bullets and guns, but that other than
The phone
other than that, the
numbers.
phone numbers are the most important thing.
Right.
They're not labeled. There's just 2 phone numbers, but that's it. 555-5556. Just kidding.
What's the area code?
I was gonna say it'd be more like
Were there area codes back then?
it'd be more like
What?
it'd
I
be
don't
more
know.
like T. It'd be
Yes.
like
I think it's yes.
It'd be like TU59 would be the phone number.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'd
Wild.
only have they'd be like letters and 2 to 3 digits.
Oh, cool.
Because you would contact the operator
Right.
and tell
Oh,
them
yeah.
the information, then they'd put it on the switchboard.
Yep.
Smart. Cool. So yeah, you find
I
some
believe you. I'm
some
gonna-
pretty clever
so.
codes,
Yeah.
basically. It's phone numbers.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, codes or phone numbers? There's
It's
a
phone
difference.
numbers.
Okay. All right. Cool. And lots
Charlie-
of money.
Charlie kind of gets up and he's like, is there any way I can help you guys out? Because this is a little bit...
What?
I'm used to this kind of thing, but this is a bit bigger than what I'm usually used to.
Yeah.
Hey, did you summon a ghost?
Yes.
He talked to him about it.
Cool. Sammy wasn't listening. Sammy was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I did that.
All right.
Nice.
Well, Charlie, I assume you're going to be writing a article about this in the paper for tomorrow. Is that correct?
100%.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. Charlie,
Yes.
go ahead. Go ahead and act under pressure and roll plus sharp.
Okay. That would be an 8.
Okay. Here's your hard choice.
Yep.
Your hard choice is, man, if you write all this down, you're about to be a big, fat target.
True.
If you don't, you're going to lose the story of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. That's not funny.
Safety versus ambition.
Yeah, at this
shall we
point,
choose?
Sinclair is already on my butt, so if you made it known that these people were in Sinclair's pockets, then he would have just stopped mid-writing and just put the notepad back in his pocket, because he doesn't need Sinclair on him for 2 stories. So...
Do you make it known?
Wait,
Like, you're just right now, you're just... Basically, this room is quiet, and then out of nowhere, Sammy just goes, did you summon a ghost? But, like, you're just sort of, like, shuffling through papers, looking in people's pockets. You guys are
Right.
taking money.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
if you made it known to us that these people were involved with Sinclair, I will not write the expose. But if you don't tell me, I'm writing it.
Wow, that's a good.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So,
So honestly, what would your character
And I will
do?
say that
Like,
you
don't-
see him writing. It's not... This choice presented is actually quite obvious that he's writing down this story.
right.
Yeah.
Whether or not you intervene to save his life or not is your choice.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
because
you could perceive it that way.
Right.
Because
What?
you know about Sinclair being pissed off at me.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very privy to almost all of your inner
Yeah.
monologue right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie. You may want to stop taking notes.
Are you nuts?
Take a look at some of these. Take a look at some of these notes. Tell me what you think. And I hand him the notes that indicate that it's they're in Sinclair's pocket.
Yep.
Based on what I heard earlier, Sinclair's already up your butt. Yeah, so he has something going on. That party that he has going on Saturday, there seems to be some sort of... I don't know if there's some sort of connection with this centennial thing. But my guess is that it's not a coincidence.
That's fair.
Catherine. Donovan walks in the room. He comes in with a bunch of briefcases, a bunch of paper in your room with the now side kind of desk you're sitting at, just like poring over this stuff. You're up late. You're thinking hard. There's a lot going on. And he comes in and he says, hi. I answer to you now. Recently have been made aware. So should you need anything, let me know. As I always would help you. You are my salary. So, anyway, if I can help you in any way, let me know. Other than that, here's all of the paperwork. Should you want to read all of it, there's like 3 briefcases full of like things, and then he says, but otherwise, I might be able to help you kind of deal with this. Why don't you go ahead and read a bad situation?
What, he said that? Is he... is he the narrator
He
of
broke
this story?
the fourth wall.
It's Deadpool.
All right. 10.
All right. You have 3 of those questions as he begins to guide you through these papers. All of them apply.
What's my best way in?
It's a good question. So, you're going to have to get a seat at the table, should you want to be taken seriously. You know who the big heavy hitters are. You were invited to a party. It's likely that a conversation needs to be had with those in power so that you can be legitimized. Otherwise, you're just dollar bills, not power. Question number 1 answered. You have 3. You're welcome to hold, but
Get as much information now.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm gonna ask all three. I guess what's most vulnerable to me?
yeah. Your money's airtight. There's no stealing that from you. Sinclair would have to get illegal to take your money. And he doesn't seem like that type.
Says who?
To her. To her.
Well, I'm not there yet, though.
Financially illegal.
Yeah.
So, for your understanding, what's most vulnerable to you is the Fisheries Co. That's definitely, yeah, it's a building, and people could get in.
Or burn it down.
Or whatever they're going to do. That's the thing that's most vulnerable to you. And you see Donovan's like, so the Fisheries Co. is protected under this, however, we don't own the land that it's on, so it's technically blah, blah, blah. Like, it's
Who
like we own the building and we pay the
Right.
rent and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's all legitimized, but it's basically, this is how he could potentially take it, and we're worried about this. And
Would I know who owns the land?
Oh, it's the Harborview. Like, basically, in this context, I'm imagining that everybody pays like a rent for the land. You own the property, and then they pay you, but like, you pay a piece of it to Harborview, and they own part of it.
Gotcha.
It's sort of like
Okay,
a partnership
so it's
in
not
that context.
like, okay.
No, it's not, because it's Harborview Fisheries Co. The town has a piece of it, but you own.
But it's not a person.
Yeah.
That was my question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I feel like I
Yeah.
sort of butchered that, but I got there. You get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
All right.
My last question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see.
So, by the way, you're reading your grandfather's handwriting mostly.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, he kind of answered the question of what's the biggest threat to you.
Yeah, that's where I'm like,
Not
that's,
necessarily.
Okay.
well,
I answered what's most vulnerable.
which I think that's more close to what's the best way to protect victims. Like that's kind of, I'm understanding where that's coming from. I guess what's the biggest threat?
The biggest threat, you start pouring through this stuff. You start looking through, and then you catch the mention of a Thaddeus Morose. And then you're like intrigued. He's been getting some amount of money from your grandpa. He's been getting some money, and it's been basically paying him to live. You can sort of estimate the amount of money. And you're putting together what Charlie has mentioned and the threat of the monsters. And your grandfather seemingly, based on what you're reading and the wording of some of the ownership of the Fisheries Co., would lead you to believe that it's a lot of that, sorry, but basically I'm having to you're working through your train of thought as you're processing through all of this stuff. Your grandpa knew about the Eldritch horrors and was preparing for this moment, but did not live to see the centennial. He was trying to protect his assets. And everything points to Saturday.
So there are connections. She's putting it all together. Do we know how your grandfather died?
We haven't discussed it.
No, I've never talked about it.
Okay. I was just wondering if we as a group did, because I did not remember. Okay. Just wondering if it's...
You can ask me when we meet again.
You know he just died.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Right.
They don't know that.
Whether or not he was old age or whatever.
I
you just,
assume.
I'm asking as
You
Ross,
just know he died.
not as
Oh,
Harry.
well, yeah, he died basically. I would assume sickness in the 20s, whether that's old age or
Undiagnosed cancer or
yeah.
whatever. Okay.
yeah.
I was just. Did he die under mysterious circumstances? That was
Yes.
that was that was the question underneath the question I was asking.
Yeah, no. Knows about Centennial, Eldritch Horror, and Horror. Saturday importance.
Yeah, that date is mentioned.
All right.
Okay. You guys all go home. You guys all go to your places, except you guys were looking for Lilith, and I'm not sure if you're staying up all night to do that, but it is getting to the point where you're going to not be able to survive your day tomorrow at news.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be struggling to keep your eyes open doing any sort of detective work because there's a big old backlog.
Coffee. Yeah. Yes, but as. So what I'm gonna be doing on. So are they able in the 20s? Are they able to see like where calls come from? Like if I were to use the telephone. Okay, I didn't think so.
The only way they would know is if the operator told them where it came from. All they would know is what line it came in on. They wouldn't know exactly.
So here's what I'll do. Yes, you're absolutely correct. I've learned the information. I'm ready to move on.
Okay.
But here's the context. If you go to another location, you guys on Monday, the 18th,
Right.
are going to have a -1 ongoing to all rolls because of your tiredness.
I understand, and I'm not planning on staying out all night. But I'm assuming there are 20 to 30 dead bodies downstairs.
Yep.
And in Harry's mind, if 20 to 30 prominent people, police officers, higher up people at companies, all don't show up, questions are going to be asked. So,
You have 2 phone numbers.
right, but I also have 911s
Sure.
or whatever.
I'm
the
just
equivalent.
saying you have 2 phone numbers. What are those 2 phone numbers for?
Right, and Harry's going to deal with those after he sleeps.
Okay.
But he, as they're leaving, Harry is going to anonymously phone in that something's going on at Green's Grocery.
So you walk over to the wall, you grab the thing, you hit the, whatever the machine is in that time, and then you pick it up, and then you hear the operator, and she's like, yes, how can I help you? And then she pushes it over to 911, and then...
something's going on at Green's Grocery. I think I heard gunshots. I don't know what's going on. You should probably send the police, and then hang up.
You don't wait for a hello?
I mean, yes. Wait until I know that someone's actually on the line.
Yep. Chief of Police, hello. Hello.
He got you.
Change your voice. No.
I don't think Harry's gonna be good enough with that.
I was just saying.
Hello.
Lower.
Dumb kids.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything because he knows my voice. We've chatted enough that he knows my voice.
I'm imagining this scene where Harry talks to the operator. He's like, "Yes, hello, 911. Get me to the Harborview Police Station," and then you hear hello, and then Harry, for the first time in the whole TV show, goes, and then just goes. Head hits the wall, fingers go in the machine, and he just puts it back.
Yep. And then I was just like, I tried. And
You need help? I'll call.
Sammy.
I can do voices.
Sammy, a couple days ago how you shot up a mansion?
Okay. That's very dramatic. I shot twice. It solved a murder.
No, it did not solve a murder. We still don't know who killed the mayor.
Can I do a little weird?
Oh, okay. No, okay. We do know who killed the mayor. We know who killed the mayor, but we don't know the reasoning behind it. So,
And we solved a murder. Just
I pick up.
the chief knows your phone.
I pick up
your
the
voice.
phone. I kind of twist my tie a little bit and do a little weird to change my voice.
Oh, cool. That's cooler than what I was gonna do.
Here we go. Quentin,
Yes.
don't roll anything yet.
Okay.
Change your voice. Hello.
Yes, I heard that there was some noise over at the greengrocer's, and It sounded like gunfire. I just wanted to notify someone to make sure that something was taken care of.
Yes, thank you. I'll get officers right there.
Thank you so much. This is just had to make sure that something was done about this. It was quite frightening to hear this in the middle of the night.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Click.
There's no roll required, guys.
Yeah.
Now, they're going to alert the police. The phone in front of you goes... The phone in front of you starts to ring.
Uh-huh. Hi. Hello?
What the hell's going on down there? It's the chief of police.
Harry's just look at him. And
Hello?
like,
Pull the cord out of the phone.
Okay.
guys, we should probably get out of here. Go home, get rest. We'll meet back up tomorrow.
Thank God for party lines. He didn't realize which house in the area it was coming from.
The phone doesn't ring again.
He
unplugged it.
Unplugged it.
Oh.
Context is he called that line. He was looking for them.
Uh-huh.
What?
He was looking for the people
Oh, yeah.
downstairs. He was looking for the
He's-
guys.
he's
So
like-
he's a part of it. Sorry. I will throw these at you. You know what? Some people are delayed.
Some people are delayed. I want
It
that on a
was beautiful.
shirt. That's amazing.
That was amazing.
I wasn't there.
Taylor, if it makes you feel any better, I wasn't totally there yet either. Because there are lots of things that could have happened. And so I understand. Now, my first inclination was, in fact, that he was a part of it. But I was like, maybe he's calling somebody he knows there.
But it's a speakeasy.
Well, yeah.
I'm not intelligent.
All right. So, you guys, what are you doing? You're going home. You're going home.
Yep.
Yes.
What are you doing, sir? Your fiance's missing.
I also
You do
heal
it.
myself.
Yeah, yeah. You get first aid, so that's 1, and then you sleep, so that's 2 for healing wise.
Well, and then I can also magic healing.
Roll to succeed. Do it.
Yep. That would be 12 again.
Yeah, you're fully healed.
Yay! I'm not dead.
So first aid, sleep, and then I get an additional +1. when
Is
I-
there anybody in the room?
So they all say, "All right, good night, Sammy," and then they leave you.
I don't. Would I have any idea of the people that Lilith might have spoken to here?
The Isaiah guy, probably.
Oh, nope. Catherine hasn't talked to you yet. No.
Out of frustration, I'm gonna kick Isaiah in the face, and then leave.
Kick the guy on the ground. His neck snaps.
Kick him when he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. It's not.
No,
it's
I-
not.
Like kick
It's,
him while he's
it's
dead.
out of anger. It's out of anger.
Yeah.
And then step outside. What's around the grocer?
Okay. It's nighttime, officially.
I get my gun back.
Yeah, of
Both of
course.
them.
Yeah, and I recover my pistol.
So around you is the Harborview Fisheries Co. No, I lied.
Shut it.
Because that's
I say
That's Old Harbor,
Town.
right?
Yeah.
yeah, that's Old Harbor. Sorry. There's the processing plant for that kind of stuff. There's a fish merchant location here, local shops, and then the Sportsman's Foundry, which is like a sport store,
Am I
obviously.
looking? How do I look?
A little bloody, but otherwise like
Just
most
got
of
into a
it's
bar fight, buddy.
No, you look. I mean, you're underneath. You can cover it with your jacket. You're pretty good.
Oh, great. Anything open?
No.
It's a
Sorry,
Sun-
I'm a
it-
yes and guy, and that hurt me to say, but it is also late.
It's late.
And
Okay, no,
it's a
that's
Sunday
fine.
night.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
Do I know which way is north from here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start heading in that direction.
You're just walking aimlessly.
Where are you going?
I'm trying to figure out what happened to Lilith.
Sure. Where are you going?
I don't know.
He just starts
Right.
walking.
I think I just start walking. My guys outside. Did they drive?
Oh yeah, they were part with you guys.
Yeah.
I'll just say that they were manning the car that you stole.
I'll drive a little north.
Okay, you head north towards the outside of town, the nature preserve. Clawhaven Bay is over there, which is the place with the gas station store.
Any sign of anything?
Yes, those two things.
I meant like,
Yep.
do I see a wig? Do I see eerie? I meant,
Okay, go ahead and investigate a mystery, and then you can ask the random questions.
That's better than. Okay, what am I doing?
So it's
Investigate a mystery.
so with Sammy being in the car and he drives off, I assume that Harry just thinks that
He's going back.
it's just going back. He doesn't know that he's
Yeah.
doing all of this because Harry would
Yeah.
definitely.
Fortunately, he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and then we're gonna wake up tomorrow.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
10. Okay, so ask 2 random questions for me.
Where did it go?
No, you don't have to ask those questions.
Oh, any question?
Yeah, random any question.
Yep.
You're asking me a question, and then I will lead you to the deduction that you make based around the question that you phrased to me.
Do I get any inclination that I'm following the path that Lilith took north?
Yes, because. Ooh. You start driving north. Your boy's like, "Where are we going?" And you're like, not answering their questions right now. You start driving, and you're processing, and you're like, long red hair, long red hair, long red hair. I talked to someone at the party with long red hair. She might know something. And then you're like, am I going the right way? Well, the boys said that she was going north. How do they know? You turn around and you go,
How did you know she went north?
we were told by the guys at the Green.
What did they say?
They said that she went north. So we went looking for her. Well, I guess when we didn't find her, we came back to you, but you know the rest. So then you keep driving. You're still processing. And you come to like a red light. Your options are to go outside of town or turn right, turn left. And you just stop for a while. The light goes green, no one behind you. Another question.
Boy, this is hard. I'm trying to remember who had red hair.
Marcella.
Was it Marcella?
She is the only long-headed redhead that we've met so far, to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah.
I thought
Sinclair
had
is a red
blonde
hair.
He doesn't.
I said
have
long. I said
hair.
long-haired redhead.
Was it obvious? Like, was it a woman?
It was a long hair, like he said.
Okay.
He strung it up. It was like a.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like your long hair, but like Taylor's long hair.
Great. That makes sense.
It was me.
Do you think we'll find her? That's both a question to you and to the boys. Kind of in character and out of character.
Ooh.
Yes, I think you can find her. in what state she's in remains to be seen. But you normally don't go through the legal channels to resolve your issues. So it's escaping you that that's still an option to report a missing person.
Does it hit me when you say that? After sitting at that red light.
You're sitting at that red light. It's green, and it goes back to red, and you're like, God, I'm a criminal. Then it goes green, and you're like, but not arrested. And you turn
police
and
station.
go. You like start following the law immediately, right? In that context, it's like a literal change of your mindset, and you start driving towards the police station. You pull up to the police station. You get out. The boys go, we probably shouldn't have this car here. You're
Drive.
like, you tell them to go, and they go, and you go to the door, and then it's kind of all in tandem, but you look in and you see a man throw a jacket over his arm, and it is Harry Henderson who catches you while he's on his way out. You're looking through the door, and you see him on the other end.
Well, I see.
Yeah, you see him at the door.
Sorry, I was taking notes. I was like, one, I'm going to be very tired, so I'm going to blink a couple times and be like, is that Sammy at a police station?
Willingly?
Unarrested?
So you push the door, you unlock the
Yeah.
push it open for him.
Sammy? I thought you were going back to your rooms.
I'd like to report a missing person.
Come in.
You guys file the paperwork. You say everything you want to know. You write up this paper. It's going to be put on the chief of police's desk because that's the process for this kind of context.
Right.
Do you want to include anything additional in that folder?
So let's see, it would be a description of Lilith, last place seen, stated last area of direction after leaving, where it's gone, contacts for who filed the missing person.
And you have the foot still?
Well,
Well, that was in evidence, wasn't it?
yeah. So the
So you now link the evidence,
yeah.
should you want to.
So a question with that. I mean,
You're a detective.
so we, as a monster hunting team or whatever, know that.
Yep.
Has there been any indication outside of what the four of us know that foot is connected to?
You have.
The
They have
the
the
shoe.
other shoe, and he has the other shoe.
Literally, the other shoe dropped in her closet.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
So you have the other
So-
shoes.
Yeah.
You can link
Harry,
it.
Yeah.
If we find her alive, you can put me through the process for what I did at the mansion. If you don't, actually no, it don't matter.
Sammy, we have a lot going on this week, and I'm gonna be honest, it's not looking good that Lilith may still be alive. I'm just being perfectly honest.
just gotta know.
Yeah. I will do everything I can to help you.
Thank you.
Man to man. And as annoying and as unlaw-abiding as you can be, you're still a donkey, but
Let's call him a jackass. People have been.
okay. I couldn't remember if this was PG. You're an ass, but you're an ass I can respect. I can't guarantee we'll find her, but we'll do everything we can. And I'll
Oh, people's
put.
feet getting cut off. PG. What do you mean?
Okay, I'm just double checking.
Body shot
I'm just
everywhere.
double
Dude,
checking.
this is for sure on HBO.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
detective.
And I'll see what I can pull to have the chief put people on it for one
Did
word.
we? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Did we? Did you tell us that the chief of police is what you heard? when you unplugged the phone?
I assume that he's yelling over the phone, and we heard that.
I did not say. I pulled out the phone cord. I never
I feel like I would have.
my actions.
I feel like we would have asked had we not heard.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that okay to assume?
If
Yeah.
you
It's
guys
fine.
had asked, then I would have told you.
This is a conversational game. We're allowed
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
We're allowed to give
I
and
feel
take.
like. I feel like
Yeah. If you guys had,
we all out of character knew it's chief of police.
Yeah.
We assumed that you would have told us.
Yeah.
Right.
If you guys had asked, I would have told you.
Okay.
I
I mean, I don't trust. I'll point to his desk.
after tonight, I'm not sure I trust him either.
Now, like, I'm not saying I'm like the best guy ever, but like,
That's for sure.
there's some things that I don't play around with,
Yeah.
and I don't know what else to do.
As weird as your relationship with Lilith is, I know somewhere in that heart of yours, you care for her. And I assume that she cares for you too. And if she's alive, she's scared, she's in pain, and she is deserving of being saved. If we can.
Thank you, boss. Somebody gets
Stop.
a little weepy.
Wow.
Man up, Cardiano. We have mysteries to solve, a woman to save, and a centennial to prevent. We're not gonna be able to do anything else until the morning. Get rest, heal up.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
We'll meet up in the morning.
Where?
And someplace with coffee. Lots of it.
Don't like coffee. All right.
We'll
So you guys
decide.
walk out the door of the office, leaving the folder of the missing persons case on the desk of the chief of police.
Yeah.
You look left down the hall, the single light lighting the hallway. You see and you hear like a on the floor, and there's a janitor
It's like, what in the world?
No,
who's
Monster.
pushing a mop wheel on a
Yeah.
wheel, right?
Yeah.
And creepy old dude waves your way, and you guys turn right, walk out of the building.
Why'd that have to be so scary, dude?
I knew where he was. As soon as he said there was a light
No,
on,
I was like-
that. There's something up.
Bang, bang, bang.
There's something up with that janitor. I'm saying this out of character. I'm sure in character.
Everyone old in this town knows stuff.
Yeah. But the janitor is very evasive with the questions. If you remember from the first episode. Which, if you have not watched yet, I don't know why you're watching this. Go back, watch the first one.
Yeah, tell him. Yeah, roll to investigate a mystery.
This is episode 11. You should be watching it from the beginning.
Wow. So brutal. Those people who actually do are like pissed that you just brought that up.
Hey, if you've been watching since the beginning,
Kudos to you.
Kudos to you.
Seriously.
You're the real MVPs.
Thanks.
Yeah. So
Watch everyone.
so
Next to myself.
Pat yourself
okay.
on the back there.
Obviously, Jaden is the real.
All right, so you guys head home officially.
Yes.
All right. You go to work. I don't really need to explain a lot of stuff. You do your detective work. Now, you can focus on all kinds of things, but I want you to sort of process, and then
Right.
at the end of like your work day, basically when you guys all reconvene, which I will make happen, don't worry.
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
just
yeah,
reconvene. But at the end of that, so you'll be thinking right now, what it is you spent your first 9 to 5 doing. You'd be processing while I move over to Charlie. Charlie, same thing. You're a news reporter. Now, obviously, as a guy who worked in the news, it's really weird for other people's misfortune and wrongdoings to write how your day goes.
Yep.
So truly, you don't actually get to control how your day went, unfortunately, for your occupation. Now, what you can do, as a news person, I understand this. You can sway the people. You can. So he's going to, what Ross is going to do, Ross is going to roll to, eventually, in this context, Ross is going to roll to investigate a mystery, and he's going to get to ask a random question because of what he spent his day doing.
Yep.
What you're going to do is you're going to get to roll to manipulate someone.
Yeah.
You're going to get to manipulate the masses or inform everyone of something. Now, obviously, in return, you're going to have to offer something, so get creative. So you be thinking about that. Acradiano, my man, you're spending your day doing what? You're looking around for Lilith. You're doing your job.
I'm
You're making business deals.
Looking for Marcella Copperfield.
All right, so you're going to make an appointment. Your appointment's not till later. You spend the majority of your morning making your subtle deals, making the money for the people, because you are here for a purpose. And if your boss would be to come find out that you didn't do your job, you'd be in trouble.
Yep.
And so
I'm gonna. Sorry, I want to walk by the grocer. What's it like?
You probably won't be able to walk too close.
there's, it's barred off. There's tape. There's things going on. Police are investigating, quote unquote. People are looking. There's a police car parked outside. The owner, Mr. Green, is like a small Asian man. He's like, I don't know what happened, and it is what it is. But it's the 20s, and and he's there, and you're just investigating. But anyway, you spend your day doing your job. So in the midst of that, I need you to read a bad situation for what your day was. Cool. Catherine, you go to school. I bet that's impossible to think about learning and gaining your classes, especially in the middle of the beginning of a semester, to like catch up and to realize what homework you have. But of course, as I sit there in school, I daydream. I think about other things. So what I need you to do is I need you to roll to connect the dots while you're processing, thinking the whole day about nothing, about everything, about school, about your life, about everything you've learned, about everything you know. All right. So you're processing, you're thinking, you're connecting the dots. Ross, what did you roll for Harry?
Oh, sorry, you told me to wait to roll.
No,
So
you're good. Do it now.
yes.
Do it now. So now you're processing.
Right.
Yep.
Oof. And you said investigate mystery. That's going to be 14.
All right. Ask me a question that pertains to what you did today. Actually, that's 3, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and
you
you
can
can
ask
ask any
anything.
question.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Because of that, get as specific as you want, and I'm going to tell you.
Right.
Now, I'm also going to have to keep within the context of what you can discover.
Of course.
But I'm going to give you, you're doing a very good job here on a Monday.
That's never happened before.
Dude, let me tell you, that's so good.
So, I don't know. My thought process was, or is we've had several different things that have happened since we've started.
Mm-hmm.
We've had the incident at the manor where the mayor was murdered by, what is that guy's name?
Architect.
Julian Van Pelt.
Van Pelt, yes. We had the guy go missing at the cabin, and we went and investigated everything that went on with Lori.
Mm-hmm.
We've found the foot. We have... Sorry, I'm also externally processing everything that's going on. We found out everything with Thaddeus and about the Centennial and all of that. And we figured out that Lilith is missing, and we had all the incident from last night at the grocer, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing anything big?
I don't know. That's not. Is that your question?
No. Sorry. That is a.
That seems to be the major points.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think you
Okay.
missed
Sorry.
anything.
That's the group question that I'm asking. Sorry.
You've got things pretty much covered.
Right. Okay. So get as specific as I can.
Yes, this is your day.
Right. Yeah.
You get two questions.
2 questions.
Do you need time to think?
Yes.
Okay. Charlie, you spent your day writing to the people. What is it that you would like the people to do?
Wow.
I am going
What'd you roll?
He wrote
11,
11 plus
11 plus your charm.
which is 0.
Okay,
So
so it is 11. So it is
Wow, we're rolling really well on this.
you.
Shut
So-
your mouth.
So the people will do it for the reason that you give them. And the people may respond and respond with the minimum. But in all likelihood, they're going to do what you ask them to do. This is embedded in your story writing. You're such a genius at what you're doing that you're literally manipulating the masses of Harborview. To do what?
I am going to go ahead and push forward with what I had written about Sinclair before. I'm going to notify about his particular interest in the fishery and notify the people that he is trying to point fingers at other people for the delay in his development when he has true interest just in ending this one particular industry that provides so many people jobs, and he's trying to organize this party to get leaders on his side on Saturday as the final pin to hold his whole plan together.
What do you want the people to do? You have given them what they require, which is the information, which is brutal that you just did what you just did. But what would you like the people to do?
I would like the people to...
Do you need time?
I would like the people to raise their voices against Sinclair to the leaders of the town, since there is no mayor currently, and make sure that it is known that they do not want their primary source of income,
The town's income.
the town's income, yes, to go under.
Okay. Arcaniana. So read a bad situation, you rolled a 7. So you can ask a question. All of them apply. This is your day. You spent doing your job.
What's the biggest threat?
Good question.
After my news article, we know what the next threat is.
All right. The biggest threat overall, you're doing your job, which means you're dealing with dark people. Not dark people. Evil people. People doing bad things.
I knew what you meant.
And none of them know what's going on. None of them are aware of anything that you're thinking of in the back of your head. You're asking her, hey, you seen this beautiful woman, dark hair, blonde hair, it doesn't matter. You're just asking around. But you're also exchanging currency for maple syrup. And nobody knows what's going on. The absolute biggest threat to this context
Is that nobody knows.
is that nobody knows anything. The biggest threat is that you ask regular people what's going on, nobody has a clue. Anyway, you meet back up at the soda shop like the rest of these hooligans. But Catherine, so you connected some dots. What you got?
A 9.
I don't have that paper in
Oh,
front of me. This is
sorry.
all you.
Well, the 9 is basically I get to ask one of these questions.
Yep, these are big ones.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with, how does this mystery connect to the bigger picture?
How does... tell me which piece of the mystery.
So I'm thinking, how does...
Because there's been sort of
what's-
3 mysteries that have happened, basically.
I'm meaning like what I just found out. That my grandpa knows about the Centennial and Sinclair wants the fishery and there's a connection. I just mean like, what's the bigger picture?
How does
it connect to the bigger picture?
Yeah, how does you having the money and how does all this kind of stuff lead to the bigger picture?
Mm-hmm.
It might be interesting for you as you process. You're like, I need to figure this out. There's a piece missing of this puzzle. The only link that you don't have connected to see the bigger picture is talking to Thaddeus Morose. Which version of Thaddeus Morose is up to your discretion. But I will tell you that if you talk to one of him and it's the right one and you get a good answer, I will connect that chain for you and reveal that answer. Your answer is talk to Thaddeus, and then I will connect the dots for you.
Okay, fine.
Because right now, that's the only piece of the puzzle that is restricting you from knowing all of it. In that context.
Okay.
The connection is your grandfather was a linchpin, and him being gone screwed a lot of things up. Does that help?
No.
I'm sorry.
Brutally honest.
Bigger picture, the Centennial, it's getting the world, right? Your grandfather knew to the day what was going to happen. Why? How? I can't answer those questions for you, but I can tell you that he was instrumental in whatever the heck is happening on Saturday.
I have a thought for you, Catherine.
Okay.
Or
You guys we'll fast forward to the collection group
Right.
at the end here.
Okay.
But what did you roll here? What are you thinking about?
right. So I rolled the 14.
Yep.
You said I had 2 questions.
You do.
All right. So my first question, probably going to be a little bit less effective, but interesting. Why is the Syndicate interested in Sinclair's affairs, and why are they interrupting it?
Harrison is about to make a big move. He's already huge. He's about to make a big move that's going to affect other states. And the Syndicate's from out of town. So whatever he's going to do is going to be so big that there are mob bosses in New York City that give a damn about it.
Okay. So just to clarify your answer, it is only crime related and not anything supernatural.
Yeah, whatever he's going to do is going to impact. I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
Is going to impact prohibition, and the sale of alcohol.
Yeah.
And
Construction and
and
industry.
and where that will occur.
Okay. And then the connection with my second question is also about Sinclair. Sinclair's connections to things that are going on. Is there an indication that he is aware of the supernatural events, and does he trigger their occurrence?
Is there a chance he's aware of the supernatural events?
No. Is he aware of the supernatural aspects of everything going on, and is he going to be the instigator, or is it? Is he the cause of what's going on, or is what's going on? Yeah, is he the instigator of the supernatural events going on?
I will answer your question with a strange answer, but I really hope that you pick up on it.
Okay.
You were told to follow your whims. Harrison is following his.
Okay. Yep. That. Okay, that's fair.
So, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I got.
Is he aware of the supernatural? Maybe, maybe not. Is he the thing that's going to cause it? Maybe, maybe not.
But they are connected.
They gotta be. It's too silly not to be.
Okay. Cool. I think that's.
So you all meet at the soda shop. You're all together. You guys probably really need to talk.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you the time. You got 2 minutes. Go.
Oh, 2 minutes.
Okay, so immediately Charlie is gonna bring up. Okay, so he basically threatened me at one point about my previous article, and he brought up instances of missing fishermen, and he just seemed completely enamored with your family's fishery, along with like where his development is and where some of his other projects are, what informed her of what happened to the greengrocers and the location of the greengrocers. I want to see if there's a connection between all these different locations by layout and by ownership, whatever I can, because this is his hand is in too many places, too many different areas.
Well, news came to me. Sinclair also came to the Elwood estate. I own the fishery and the estate.
Well, hi,
Ah, so that explains why he thought you would be so beneficial to discuss with, to have conversation with.
Yes. Well, I am working through how to save that.
Is he trying to buy it?
He wanted to offer 60-40. Obviously, he take 60.
Of course.
And I just have a feeling that is just not going to work.
Ross looked at me. He looked at me, and he was gonna say because he's a man, but he held his tongue. I felt it.
No, I wasn't gonna say it.
I felt it.
I wasn't gonna
I
say it.
don't believe you.
Oh, no, I wasn't gonna say it. I knew that he knew exactly.
It may be 59 minutes into this episode, but I swear I need the chat to call you out. That's so good.
But I would rather not take that and try to save it entirely and leave it in my name.
Hopefully you'll get some assistance with that in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sammy, I don't know what you may have found out, but I don't think the Syndicate is necessarily interested in any of the supernatural stuff that is going down. I think that it's just fully business between the Syndicate and Sinclair. Sinclair is making a lot of moves, and it's going to piss off a lot of people in your area of expertise. Please tell me if my assessment is wrong. And
No. The only problem is nobody knows a damn thing.
what do you mean no one knows a thing?
Everything that's going on, nobody has any idea
About, like,
at all.
anything.
No. No. Nobody. That feels like the people that knew or cared. Something happened in the grocery. Because I went about business as usual and tried to inquire a little bit about Lilith, a little bit about spooky things, and nothing.
You would think that they wouldn't have everybody in that one place at the same time. That would be just foolish to have everybody who knew anything in one place at one time, unless you intended on getting rid of them all.
Well, I've got a meeting with our long-hair redhead this evening.
Miss Marcella.
I don't. Oh, do you guys tell me that? Because I don't think I knew that.
That I
I
haven't-
left. Remember
I
when
just
you guys
told-
went?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
You guys
We
went to
tell
the
you.
apartment. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't understand this concept.
Lilith
or
is missing.
Context.
We tell you the whole story of the
Well,
grocery.
that I knew that, but
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys went to the apartment, found the red hair.
Oh, yeah. And then
Yeah.
we tell you the story about what happened in the grocery.
Yes. Got it.
Broad details. Obviously, we don't want to offend your feminine
Shut up,
intuition.
Henderson.
Hey, I'm trying to be a gentleman. I'm not going to tell her about holding the ghostly heart.
Sounds
All right,
interesting.
so we're gonna
Yeah.
pick up there with Ross's sexism. I'm gonna hit a button. Oh, it's so good.
Where's the eject?
Before he ties his tongue into even more knots. Thank you. Have a great time. Hope you're enjoying this crazy, crazy adventure. We'll catch you in 2 weeks.